So is Instagram destroying real photography? It's 5 Minute Friday, so let's talk about it. Welcome back to another 5 Minute Friday, guys. Timer's going to go up on the screen, and let's see if we can really try and cover this one in 5 minutes. But as always, with these videos, I'm really looking to hear what you think, so please get engaged in the comments. It makes all the difference. So let's talk about Instagram. When I started using Instagram all those years ago, it was basically first and foremost a platform for photographers to put up photographs and share them with their friends, and also to get some feedback. But as the years have went on, it doesn't resemble that anymore. It's all about funny cat videos, reels, carousels, and that, ladies and gentlemen, isn't what I signed up for. So let me tell you a story. Let's go back to the 1st of January this year, because one of the things that everybody tells you if you want to start to get some followers and you want to get some traction on Instagram is you need to do it regularly. So me and a couple of friends from the Darkroom, which is a photography forum set up by that Icelandic guy, I'll put a link in the description. This video's not sponsored, but it's a great place where we all get together and talk about all things photography. And a group of us decided to do a 365-day challenge and post a new image every single day for an entire year. Now, I was full of enthusiasm. I thought, if I do that, I'll get a ton of new followers, my photographs will get out there, and I'll have loads of interaction with a lot of other Instagram users. Fast forward 5 months, and I've stuck to my word. I've posted every single day, and the total net growth in my subscribers was 2, and I'm not even kidding. So I started to get a little bit despondent. I was hyper vigilant over my stats, looking at views, looking at interactions. Was it non-followers? Was it all of that? But basically what happened is I had burnt out. I was getting fed up trying to find a new photograph to put out, and that's a point I'm going to come to right at the very end. The next thing that I noticed from doing the 365 challenge was that as time progressed and I was being overly critical of my images and checking to see what the views were like, I noticed that if I posted something that was supremely colourful, or if I posted something awe-inspiring, I noticed that the interaction was greater. So what started to happen was I now started tailoring the way that I edited my photographs to try and hit those marks. And then that's when I realised I'm now not doing photography for me, and I'm not editing in the style that I like to edit in. I'm trying to do things now to please an algorithm that isn't showing me any love anyway. And that's when I quite honestly tapped out. I still post on social media and I still put things up on Instagram from time to time, but you might call me old school. I put them up on their own, and hopefully you like the photographs. On to my next bugbear, and that is when you've spent hours in the car driving to a beautiful location, you've taken your time setting up your gear, you've got that photograph, the sunset has absolutely kicked off, and you've got your perfect image. You then put it on Instagram, and what are you encouraged to do just now? You're encouraged to put text all over it that says, "Thanks for watching. If you're a true friend, you'll skip through this carousel and watch to the 13th photograph." Now, carousels themselves are not inherently bad. They're a good way of grouping images together to give a greater sense to the viewer of where you've been or what you've done. But to actually put graffiti all over your photographs just doesn't make any sense to me. Because again, it's just another symptom of playing the algorithm's game. And I'm looking at some of you out there that might be doing this. If you are, and it's working for you, keep doing it. But for me, I'm going to tap out on that as well. And on to my final gripe, although it's more of an observation, is I think it's widely accepted that most photographers say that they get between 8 and a dozen really good photographs in any 1 year. So if that's the case, and you're doing a 365-day challenge, are you accepting the fact that you are then putting up things that are maybe not your best or substandard just to make sure that you don't fall behind? I certainly felt that, because there's the next thing. If you don't have 365 photographs to put up, you do what comes naturally, and you tend to regurgitate the very, very best and maybe leave it a month and put them back up, because it'll be new eyes that see it anyway. Which is fine for the algorithm, but as a photographer, is that really what you want? To be recycling your old images? And ironically, it leads to another thing that I see when I use the app, and that is repeating images. When you're doing the scroll, you're seeing a variation of it. Oh, it's the same photograph, but now it's got different words on it, and that becomes a little bit tedious and boring. I like to see what my favourite photographers are going to do next, not what they've done years and years in the past. I've already seen that, and whilst I can still appreciate that art, I like to see where they're going to challenge the boundaries moving forward. And that goes for you too. I want to see what you're capable of next, and I want to see what I can do. Anyway, that's the end of this week's 5 Minute Friday. I've blown the timer yet again, but that's just my insights in it. So please get involved in the comments, because I know that this is a subject that is quite close to many of our hearts. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great weekend.